Right, I'm here in the woods with the wild garlic and the ticks, trying to make the video. Hey, it's Ben here from the Strength Factory, and today I'm going to tell you how you can improve your fitness and trail speed without proper training. So I hope you'll forgive me for the slightly clickbaity title and introduction there when I said without training. What I mean is without the traditional structured type of training that you're probably used to and that you've probably seen in my videos in the past. What I'm talking about here is more varied sessions where you do it, you basically make it up as you go along, and this sort of training can also be known as fartlek. Yep, great name, I'm on board already. That is actually Swedish for speed play, and it's more from running originally, but we can apply the same thing, especially when you're on your mountain bike in the woods, and it's all about riding for different intensities, for different durations, but not necessarily writing it down, planning it all out and structuring it, but still getting fitter and faster. In some ways, these training sessions are actually a bit like a trail ride with your friends anyway. There are bits where, you know, maybe on a steep climb, your heart rate kicks up and you're in kind of like your zone 4 or something like that, that threshold power. And then maybe you do a little sprint into a trail, and then in between there's some easy bits where you go along the flat bit, go along the road or something. But when we do these sessions, we just take that and we just crank it up that little bit to really turn up the intensity. The idea would be that you are going out thinking, I'm gonna do this training session today, albeit without knowing exactly what that is, okay? So let's say you're gonna be going out for an hour trail ride in your lunch break or after work. As part of that ride, there are a load of different things that you're gonna try and do. You're gonna try and do some high intensity sprints. You're gonna do some, you know, efforts that are maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Or there might be a longer climb of 10 or 15 minutes, and you're just gonna work harder than you would on a normal ride. So when you go out, you get all these different stimulus on your body to make you a well-rounded, fitter, stronger rider on the trails. How are we gonna go about doing this then? Well, it's super simple. I'm riding down this forest track here, and when I get here, there's a big prominent tree, 2 trees up on the left. I'm gonna tell myself, I'm gonna sprint to that tree, up out the saddle, and then when I get there, saddle's gonna go up, and then for the rest of this climb, which is probably 3 or 4 minutes, I'm gonna work at about a 7 or 8 out of 10, so harder than I would be normally. This is how it goes. Next of all then, there's this long drag of a climb here. It's quite an easy grade, but there's a few technical bits there, and basically, I'm gonna best effort my way up it. Simple as that. Now, I'm out here on my own today doing this and just making it up as I go along. I'm gonna do a hard bit and I'm gonna do an easy bit. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long, and that's cool. That's the whole name of the game. Another great way to do this is in a group ride, if you all got a similar mindset and you don't mind suffering, where you all take it in turns through the ride, you all get like 1 or 2 goes to call something. You're riding along, you're talking about tyres or wheel size or whatever, you know, whatever you're talking about, and then anyone in the group can say, right, 3rd tree, go, boom. Or, you know, you get to the bottom of the trail, you're all talking about all the sick bits you just did, and then someone can say, right, you know, last one to the cafe buys the brews or whatever it is, okay? And basically, you can just all take it in turns to have a little shot, so that throughout the ride, there's all these intense efforts that you wouldn't have had otherwise, and it's just gonna push the level of the ride up to help you improve your fitness. And in a kind of weird way, I think it's kind of fun. Whilst the training session, the fartlek session itself on the bike is unstructured, it's freestyling. If you actually really wanna make long-term progress with your bike fitness, then actually it's best if this does fit into a broader training plan. High intensity efforts like this are going to give you a quick return on your fitness, a quick boost in it, but if you're doing just this sort of thing all the time and no low level aerobic work, then you're quickly going to plateau with your fitness. So you still need to do that low level aerobic work to maintain your base fitness as well. Similarly, if you really want to get better at sprinting, then you need to do specific sprint sessions, and you should basically think about focusing on your weaknesses and also focusing on the things that are most specific to the events, the races, or the challenges that you're going to be taking on your bike. So the session can be unstructured, but to get the best results, you want to do this from time to time, you know, every week or two or something like that might be a good way to do it, around strength training and all the other bits that go into making a well-rounded program. That way you can get really fit really fast and have a great time, and you're not so tightly constrained by sets and reps and heart rates and all that mumbo jumbo. There you go then. It's kind of training but without training, if you know what I mean. And I think it's actually a really fun way to get a bit fitter, to get a bit faster without being so constrained with sets and reps and things like that. So if you've got any questions, then drop them in the comments below. I promise I will get back to you. And if you haven't already, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back soon to help you to be the best rider possible. If you found this video or any of my videos useful, informative, then you need to sign up to my MTB Momentum weekly email. It's real simple. Every Tuesday morning, I send out an email, and it's simply packed full of mountain bike fitness, mountain bike training, advice, motivation, videos, content, special offers, just for mountain bikers like you. I'm not going to share you details, no junk, no spam. Click the link in the description below to join MTB Momentum today.